Living in Chicago has been a tremendous influence aesthetically for me because of the diversity our city has. We're such a melting pot.
Chicago is such an amazing place. A few miles outside the city, we visited the house of a longtime Calico fan, Becky, and her Calico designer, Suzanne. Just being in their presence, it's so much fun. We couldn't stop laughing. It's like a design melting pot.
We met with just hi, how are you, and had fun in the shop.
It actually literally started out with a pillow that sat on a chair on her doorstep.
I had asked several neighbors, where do you go for your fabrics? And somebody told me, try Calico. You didn't feel like you were walking into a stuffy material store that was real expensive. It was just fun.
Then went on to some chair cushions and drapery and reupholstery and numerous very interesting pillows, which certainly became the jewelry of the room.
If I was just to talk to her in the shop, I mean, we'd get along great, but she needed to come here and see it.
I feel very fortunate that she invited me into her home. Going into their home allows you a whole different perspective.
I would have to really push myself to go just a little further to make sure that what I was finding was as unique as Becky.
I let you do your thing, and sometimes it's nuts, but it works. You get a feeling.
I think successful decorating is when you take the client's personality and you create around that. And then you make it more unique and you make it more their own.
It's very important that you have function in the home you live in because it needs to be comfortable. It needs to get along with the animals and the people that live in the house.
Any designer or decorator can go into a room and create a space that looks great. But if your client can't live in the space and feel comfortable, there's no success in that. It has to be who they are and they have to feel good in that space. Becky actually is very down to earth, very homey, but at the same time very complex. There is not a detail that has been left out in her home. So we are in Becky's guest room. This is one of the projects that we are working on. So we need to put a little bit of embellishment on the beds. We chose this really nice green and blue plaid. We're going to keep these. This is just a fabulous vintage piece of fabric, but we're going to then incorporate 2 pillows out of this. This is going to be a little trim that goes along the 2 edges because it just really adds just a little bit of additional personality, which certainly is what Becky has plenty of.
I think we complement each other in a lot of ways.
Oh, very well.
Because we both do have our directions, but they cross and complement each other. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a long relationship. I know if I want it done right, I've got Suzanne. I know if I want a huge selection, it's Calico. You just know you'll get the quality. And I'm not just saying that, I mean it. It's the total experience as far as I'm concerned, and it's made a huge difference because it is about personal relationships. If I had a friend who was looking to redo their home, I would say call Calico, ask for Suzanne. They know what they're doing. And their price is reasonable too.